It's funny that, oh, hi everyone, it's Gray Power 60 here. I just went into my spiel here. It's funny that of all of these containers that I have, ephemera, which is like, this is kind of miscellaneous kind of coffee and people things. We've got some other ephemera that have been, used. I've got labels. And this is plain one. And I ran across this one here, which is clear, I guess they're acetate pieces. I don't know what do we call them? It just says lace. Whatever, but I've got tons of them. I've got frames, some that look like butterflies, triangles, etc. And they've been kind of sitting in my drawer because, as you know, I'm very visual. So if I don't see it, I don't use it. I mean, here are more. My clocks. These are happy stickers with happy messages, so happy words on it. These are mini tags that are pre-made, not that I made. These are all things that are pre-made or that I got at Temu. Faith, we're looking at Faith. Postage stamps. These postage stamps that don't belong in my other two, you remember I made... I made little trifold for my sticker postcards, but these ones were from a 12 by 12 that I had gotten at my multi-craft store. So they're, they're that kind of thing. And that's the back, so you can see it's ugly paper. Paper that I wouldn't use, I guess. So anyway, so I put all of those in here. I had fussy cut them out and put them all in here. And then this, I called it Burnt Look Postcards. Again, from Temu, kind of disappointed because I thought they were larger. But these are all kind of little tiny postcards with sort of burnt edges on them. Now those ones aren't, and I don't know why those are in there. They shouldn't be in there. And they came in this little kind of pocket thing, and I've taken a few out, so they look like they have little burnt marks on it and so on. And I'm thinking, I need to, now where would this go? Labels, I think. Labels or... stickers, postage stamps. What did I just say a minute ago? That's labels. I just said it just 2 seconds ago. What the heck? That's the white acetate. That's a postage stamp. The mini tags. Here we go. Because that's what these are. These are mini tags that are already made. Some of them, I think, are... quite heavy stock, and others like this I think are probably stickers. I am glad I have these, that I've got some numbers in here, butterflies, and some other flowers. I also have a trifold for flowers. Those I think are mostly sticker flowers, and these are other. I'm sure that these are all stickers. Yes, they are. Anyway, long story going through all of that. Yes, I've been destashing. Yes, I've been getting rid of stuff, but I also need to have a supply of pictures and some botanicals. Yes, I got stickers, but stickers aren't very good if you make sure there's nothing on the other side. Stickers are not good if you want to make a cluster. And I thought perhaps what I would do is fussy cut out. I guess we call it fussy cut when we're taking them out of books. I don't have a garden. I'll never be able to grow anything here. Half the time I try and grow things out on my balcony, and they end up, I really like these. And they, end up dying because men are working out there, and we gotta take everything off our balcony, and it's just, I'll be glad when they're done. They said by next year. I don't believe them. So what I'm doing is I'm just gonna go through this book and find some, because I don't have any pictures of plant life of any kind that I could be using on different things. And I don't want them big. I want them small, like this one. And so that's what I'm doing right now. I'm not going to bore you with going through these books, and I might be able to use things that'll be a bit big. I don't usually do this very often, go through all of my stuff. Go through my books and things and try and cut out some plant pictures. The one thing I am missing, see, I've done a little bit here with some photos. The one thing I am really missing is birds. I don't have, I'm gonna have to go to, maybe I should do that this afternoon. Go to the thrift store and see if I can find any books with birds in it. That's something I don't have fish, and I don't have birds. I don't think I have any fish anyway. Yeah, I don't want big pictures. I just want them, maybe, what is this? Maybe a 2 by 3, roughly a 2 by 3 or less or smaller. So I'm just going through, and this is boring for you, I know, but I don't have a stock of floral pictures at all. And so all I'm doing right now is, even though I'm destashing, I'm building up my stash. If that makes any sense at all. Excuse me, I was just coughing. Is it because I talk too much? Oh, here's another small. So what I'm doing is I'm just going through anything small and trying to just build up a little stash of some botanical things. These would be really interesting as well. I'm not going to take them all out. I may go searching for them eventually. So, yeah, a rather boring, another rather boring video for you guys, but it's just, sometimes you have to go looking for things to build your stash so that you have, you don't have to go looking for things all the time. I think I can probably divide that into 2 pictures. And the other thing I could be doing in this particular book, let me see if I can cut that. There we go. Is the words, you know, chapter 7, repotting, tips, larger words, I suppose. Tips again, introduction, temperature. You never know when you need all of these words, but I'm not going to bother right now. I'm just going through a few photos, just a few. And I think probably that'll be it. I try and keep the integrity of the page. That's a little bit large, but yeah, let's go in the back here and see if they have any. See, they have some interesting little pictures in here that I could be adding to my stash, but I'm not going to. This is rather interesting. There we go. If you're moving, use newspaper to wrapping to protect your small and medium plants from damaged leaves and broken stems. That is a great idea. I never thought of doing that. So it gives you lots of tips in here. I should be reading it. But that'll be it for now. Put that on the floor. So this just gives me some options of putting things together when I'm doing when I'm doing clusters and so on. I was watching a couple of videos yesterday that I was not subscribed to these people. One I think is in the UK. They may both be in the UK, I'm not sure. But they were creating kind of mini clusters. I think is the only way I can explain it. Mini clusters, meaning, let me give you an example. Let me just grab a couple of things out here. And I thought it was really cool, really interesting. Let me just grab a couple of those. A couple of stamps. These are a little bit large. Perhaps a couple of these. I'm just going to put them out there just for the sake of having them out there. And this is just some random stuff. And if I can find my stapler, what they were doing is simply starting a little cluster to now how is that? A little cluster just to get started, and then you can add to it. You can eventually put a little something on the staple, and there's just the start. And that way you can create mini clusters by using various things that you have in your stash, whatever it may be. This is just words on here. You could throw that on there with maybe see, sometimes I want to build too quickly. You know, take 2 or 3 items, put them together. Now, if I staple it up here, I might be able to put a butterfly or some sort of word across, not this, but some word across the, so it would hide it. I think this is a really cool idea. You could even take, let me grab one of these that are smaller of the botanical stuff that I have pulled out. So let's take this one, cut it down even more. I know it's totally crooked, but I could take this, let me grab another acetate piece here. Is this the one I was just, oh no, it's over here. Add that on here, and perhaps a label or some text on here, or a stamp, or I could put it in the back and perhaps add one of these on here, perhaps this way. And that could easily be the start of a piece of ephemera that could be a butterfly. Do I have any flowers, numbers, butterflies? Let me grab. I got all kinds of different types of butterflies in here. I don't know if you can see, sorry. All right, let's see. And this could probably be glued down right here. Let me grab some glue. I hope you can see this okay, guys. I'm sorry if I'm not in frame and I'm kind of out a little bit. So, move things out of the way. These are just tips. I'm going to link their video below. You may not know them. I did not know them. And they have some really cool ideas. So here we have just a piece of ephemera that can be used. You can put that on the corner of a page in your journal and just use it as a tuck spot. Let me grab a pathetic piece of paper here. So you could have it on your page and easily use it as a tuck spot on any of your pages, whatever you may, you know? So I thought I would try and use up some of these pieces and maybe perhaps make a little cluster of sorts, you know, and I could use these later on without having to think that maybe I should have, oh my goodness, what is this? Yeah, see, there's two, and I don't even know if that's a sticker or if it's just card. Card stock, maybe that one is a little darker. Put that on there. Perhaps another piece of, you know, I've got so many of these. Am I ever going to use them? Look at the butterfly. You can't see it very well. I've got squares. Let me grab a couple out of here. You know, you can't see through them, so maybe I could use them sort of, you know, like a background. Put that the right way up. Put that on there. Perhaps staple it there. And that's the start of another cluster. So I've got a couple of clusters here. I'm sorry you can't see them very well. Oh, let me go. Here we go. Found a. So these could be clusters that we can have it right side up, upside down. I'm upside down. I'm right side up. So these could be put on journal pages. These can be added to. You can put words on here, labels, different types of labels, depending on what kind of labels you're looking for, whether they're large labels or smaller labels, you know. And I've got a whole box full of other kinds of labels, you know, the smaller ones where I would cut that around and perhaps ink it. So that's what I'm up to today. I'm trying to use some of these botanical ones, and I'm trying to use up some of these, and I have to kind of get in the zone, I suppose, of doing these things. I'm looking. This one does not have a label, but it's just pieces of papers that I threw in there. It could have been from a job that I was doing. It could be, you know, who knows where. I'm looking to see if I have another one of those larger acetate. You can't see it on here, but if you have a darker page, you could put it on here. Perhaps if you needed a bigger tuck spot. I don't know what I'm doing, guys, any more than you do. We're just having a little bit of fun here, trying to put things together. It doesn't have to. And the thing what they were trying to explain is that it doesn't have to make sense, and you don't have to overthink it. Just throw pieces together, and somewhere on a book page you may want to use this as a tuck spot. Maybe put it in the corner here and use this as a you know, a tuck spot, or make whatever. So all I'm going to do is just throw these little pieces that I've just made into this no name, it hasn't got a label, piece, and have a little fun with these, and try and use up some of these acetate white printed pieces here that I have no idea what to do unless I have a black spot for it. Why I've got so many of them, I have no idea. I must have ordered, I don't know. I've got more than I'll ever use, I think. I think it's time to have a little bit of a, see, I like this, but I don't want to rip that part up. So let's just go with a few things here. I really liked those. Here we go. These little burnt looking things here that I thought might be really cool. Aha, see, I've got 2 pages. You never know with this stuff if you're going to have more than 1 page or not. And didn't I have, yeah. And maybe put a stamp here, or I could put a stamp here. And you know what? Sometimes I really, really overthink things. So we're going to put it right there and just add it to the collection. So that if I'm looking for something unusual, maybe plant-based or just something unusual, I will have these pieces that I could use on various pages. So that's it for me for today. I just thought I would share that. I wanted to get going on some Christmas stuff. And I think what I'm going to do is try and use up all of these pieces that I have, and the botanical ones I'm going to put into with flowers so that I have all of those together, because they're a little bit large. They're kind of big like this. Yeah, this is kind of a mixed up video, but sometimes you just get all mixed up. So I'm going to put the flowers in there. Same with this. And all of these pieces, this has to go in with the others that I've just made. But I'll link the girls' video below so that you can have a good look at what they were doing. I'm going to have to go and watch it again so that I don't, so that I can get some ideas, basically, is what I'm saying. I just want to get some ideas of how to kind of throw things together, and they're doing it without thinking, and they turn out really cool. So there we go. That's it for me for today. I got stuff all over the place here. That's terrible. Yeah. It's one of those days. I've had a couple of weeks that have been rather unsettling is the best word I can use. There's another one that's there. And it's kind of thrown me off my little you know, oh, here we've got some really pretty see if that'll stay on there. Washi tape. All right, these are all going to go back where they belong. Oops, wrong way. Sorry, guys. All of these are great. I have been so busy doing other things that I have not been kind of building my stash. And really, I say I'm building my stash, and yet I'm destashing. But there's a difference. You know, this is stuff for my journals, and destashing is things that I'm not going to be using anymore. Anyway, guys, that's it for me for today. Thanks for joining me. Sorry it's been a kind of a mishmash. I will link the two videos that I watched. I will link them below so that you can get a really good idea on what else you can do to make clusters. It's really a fun idea. So thanks for joining me, and we'll see you again soon. Bye for now.